on my city property here. I'm just saying, why are macadamia nuts so expensive? Because to get from this to this takes about 4 months. And this tree here, that's a 10-year-old tree. To get from the size of this rose bush here, that's about 3 years. It takes 7 years for it to bear any fruit. Well, because I'm in California, not Australia. And this is where these are from, actually. And then they turn like this, but they have a bunch of little flowers on it, and you're like, oh, it's dead. No, it's not. And it takes them another 4 months for them to grow like that, and then you get these, which are not ready, and then they crack, and then they fall off, and then that's when you pick them up. They all have to be hand-picked, and these are really sharp. So you can't just shake the tree and they fall off. It doesn't work that way. And junky yard. I don't want to show anybody. So you gotta open this pod, and then they look like this. And then you have to dry these out for a month or two. And I'll show you why else they're expensive. Why else they're expensive? Because this doesn't work. You can't crack one of these like a stone. You need this. And you gotta go bam. Macadamia nut that's now dirty. Also, like I was showing you before, all of these, you have to put them in like a, oh man, what a mess. More tissue papers and stuff around here. The birds got a lot of dust. That's why all this is here. Anyway, you have to dry these out, and you have to put them in a container with holes in it and stack them up in the sunlight and make sure squirrels don't get in it, because they will get these. Kind of a hassle, but they're worth it. And this is the other way. You have to open them. No nutcrackers work. I don't care what YouTube, Google, Amazon says. None of those things work. Oops. One-handed. Come on. There's the other way to open a macadamia nut. Bam. And that's going to close up. So you have to kind of leave it there a little while. You don't want to do it all the way because you'll squish the nut. Nobody wants squished nuts. Oh, wrong video. Okay. So that's why they're the most expensive nut in the world. And they taste so good, worth it. And it takes a lot of water and a lot of soil regeneration. So you have to use cow manure and stuff at the bottom of them. They're not that easy to grow. It's a little hobby of mine. I have 15 more of them on my other property. I'll just showing you the city property one because people were curious about them. And you'll probably get about, on your first crop, maybe 2 bags like this. It says this because this is last year's. And they last in the shells probably 10 years. As long as our shells aren't cracked. You don't need to do anything with them but leave them in the shells. This year's ones are obviously not done yet. And if I would have opened those other pots, they'd be all mushy because this shell isn't ready yet. Okay, so thanks everybody.